Absolutely spectacular.
It's about tip-off time, courtside or online. Compose string music from the three-point line. Nicknamed the Rain Man. I'm pouring buckets with no salary cap, so the ballers love it.
We above it. Crash balls like the Demar McGraw. Old school like Dominique Wilkins. I'm more fresh than any competitor who's on the floor. Black J steady hitting them trees. Who want more?
When it's time to ball up, don't forget your laces. The cross will undress you and leave you faceless. I'll Steve Nash you, my game outclass you. Count it +1, your defense outdone.
Yeah, time is ticking, so we gotta get in position. Number one is my only mission. Just listen. Yeah, steady fishing like Fisher. Shack up the mic receiver. King of the court, don't let me start with you.
Black J's and NBA XL.
Welcome to NBA XL, your home for basketball culture. I'm your man, Cabby.
My name is Nan. Thank you for tuning in. Today we're back at the Air Canada Center.
Yes.
Now, in the next half hour, we're going to be paying tribute to the men that sometimes don't get the respect that they deserve. It's the coaches of the NBA.
You know, when things start to go wrong, they're usually the first ones held accountable. So we're going to touch on that in the barbershop. And Nan takes a ride with Toronto Raptors head coach Sam Mitchell.
It was a lot of fun.
Nice, nice.
Also, in the next half hour, we're going to take you behind the scenes of a brand new movie called Coach Carter, starring Samuel L. Jackson and Ashanti. But first up, a couple players across the league have become involved in the Tsunami South Asia Relief Effort. 360 on NBA XL.
Every time you turn on the TV, pick up the newspaper, all the conversation about the tsunami relief efforts going on corner to corner, every part of the United States. Well, the NBA is doing its part. The Players Association announcing tonight they're going to donate $500,000, and the NBA is going to match that. So $1 million total donated there.
Many NBA players, as you know, are contributing to the Tsunami Relief Fund.
I think for myself and Kobe as well, we came up with a friendly competition within ourselves tonight to donate $1,000 for each point that we score, and we're going to donate that over in South Asia.
You know, we're in a position where we can help out, and you know, we've been blessed. We've been blessed to be able to play the game of basketball, and when something like this occurs, you can't help but to feel like you need to do something and take part in doing something, and that's what we're all doing.
Kobe got it away and found the bottom of the net. Off the heads of McGrady, and Tracy McGrady has the Rockets within 8. Here we go again. Bryant against McGrady. Oh, with a spectacular jam! A number of players in the NBA have opted to give as many thousands of dollars as points scored, and so far in this game, 27,000 and 26,000 from Kobe Bryant and Tracy McGrady.
Jermaine had 32, well, 55. He's doing it 55, so he had 55. So
Well, he really had 32. I think he just took his career high, and that's what he's going to donate.
Over $150,000 from players has been generated. Toronto's Jalen Rose will donate $21,000 for the 21 scored versus Milwaukee. Average is just not good enough, period. That's the philosophy that coach Ken Carter lives by. In 1999, players from Richmond High School in California were locked out of a game in the middle of an undefeated season because coach discovered some of the players had failing grades.
At the beginning of each season, coach had all of his players and their parents sign a contract promising to maintain their grades. So when a couple of students failed to live up to that agreement, coach was ready to cancel his entire season. Samuel L. Jackson stars as Coach Carter in a new movie about being the best you can be on the court and in the classroom.
The name of the movie is called Coach Carter, and it's a true story, and it's a great script. It's about a basketball team full of guys, and we all come from like kind of a harsh environment. Well, one of the new coaches comes in, and he's like, you know, your skills in education are just as important as your skills on the court.
Are you some preacher, man? Because God ain't gonna do you no good in this neighborhood.
Okay, Mr. Cruz. Leave the gym. He won't take no for an answer. Meant that he was going to push these kids to, you know, their limits. Both physically and academically.
This contract states that you will maintain a 2.3 grade point average.
They have to attend all their classes and sit in the front row of their classes.
When there was a chance to make a movie about that, that was not just about that, but that was also a movie about falling in love and challenges in that area and teamwork and the whole notion of personal responsibility, I thought it was exciting.
He thinks I can play college ball.
All right, so?
So how I'm gonna do that and raise a baby?
It was very easy for me to relate to it. You know, it was something that kids can pick up, and it was real life problems.
He wanted to make sure that these kids understood that there are a lot of people that were going to give up on him, but he wasn't one of them.
It has a great message attached, and the message is real simple. And the message is this: respect will never, ever go out of style.
One player triumphs, we all triumph.
We're gonna finish what you started, sir.
I came to teach boys, and you became men.
This is our time.
When it comes to the game, it seems as if the coach is the first to be congratulated when things are going right and the first to be criticized when things are going wrong. Regardless of the sport, the coach is responsible for the X's and O's, and he also provides leadership in the locker room. Now, last year, a significant number of coaches were fired due to a number of reasons, from losing to clashing with a star player. Cab & Company discussed the state of coaching in the NBA in Barbershop.
Welcome to the Barbershop. My name is Cab. We're here at the Perfect Cut at Bay and King in Commerce Court in Toronto. We have assembled a great panel of guests today to talk about coaching.
Hey, we got to be real solid down here, and down there we got to go to work defensively now. Come on.
How do you think the game has changed now? You kind of sort of alluded to it. When you have like $100 million worth of salaries on the court at any time.
Yeah. It skews everything. The money skews it all. Guys, should the guy making the most money play the most minutes? Probably not. But that's not what the fans think. It's not what general managers think. It's not what owners think.
And the other thing is you've seen, coaching styles are changing now. Coaches are saying, well, this is the way it's going to be. It's going to be my way. I don't care if you make a lot of money. We want to win basketball games.
To just kind of echo what the coach is saying, the best thing that happened in the NBA was the Pistons winning the championship last year. Because it was the team over me.
And then when you've coached like really, really super talented kids, how much do you bend, to accommodate them?
As a coach, you have to have a boundary, and you just can't go past that boundary. Because if you do, you lose your credibility. You lose respect to your athletes, and if that happens, you shouldn't be coaching.
There's an old baseball saying that you can keep the 5 guys who loved you and the 5 guys who hated you from influence those middle 15 guys, you're going to be okay. And I think in basketball, if you treat one like you treat 15, you're going to get the respect.
But how do you do that, Doug? I mean,
I
that's
think
like
you have to be forceful in your personality. You have to set boundaries and limits, and you also have to have the backing of your boss.
Dealing with young guys today, like I said, the style of just coming in, I'm going to lay down my hand and coach this team, and you guys are going to do what I want. That doesn't work as well today. A lot of things that coaches might have done 30 years ago, you probably couldn't even, probably be illegal now.
The biggest young superstar in the game right now, LeBron James.
LeBron James! How powerful is he? My goodness gracious.
I mean, he's just got great athletic ability. He's fun to watch. He's living up to the hype.
How do you guys think that, how would you handle a talent like that? From a coaching standpoint, would you try to impose your style on him, or would you let him play his game?
I think you need to teach the kid how to play. Doug made a great point. I mean, as good as he is, his talent right now is based on his physical presence on the floor. The fact that he can jump, he can run, he can handle in the open court, but does he know how to play in a half-court setting?
I would let him add his flair and then try to add in some constraints and a team framework after you let him go, because frankly, I don't even think we know what he can do at this point.
I'm curious, in your particular instance, because you were a prolific scorer with Denver or whatever, how did your coaches kind of handle you?
Well, I had 5 different coaches, and each one handled me differently. I think the one that gave me the most leeway on the court was Doug Moe. He realized what I could do, and he said, well, this is going to be our offense. And our offense was very free-flowing, and it was difficult for people to guard, and he let us play.
Well, very interesting points of view, fellas. Thank you very much for joining us on the Barbershop, or in the Barbershop, rather.
Lively discussion there in Barbershop. Now, so far this season, Coach Bzdelik, formerly of the Nuggets, has gotten the axe. Last year, he somehow managed to get he was rookie last year, Carmelo Anthony and the Nuggets. He led them to their best record in 15 years. What went wrong this year?
I think, Nam, it's just like the talented front court wasn't producing, and Carmelo's been struggling, and like Denver's found themselves on a losing streak of 11 of 12 games. So hopefully they can turn it around, and then we can start cheering Carmelo and them. More NBA XL after the break, though.
Jordan, who fires. Yes. Michael Jordan hitting on his first field goal attempt. Jordan off the turnover. Puts the move on Starks. Yes, and it counts. Knicks by 1. Jordan again. Michael Jordan posting up John Starks. Jordan getting the step. 53 points for Michael Jordan.
Sam Mitchell became the Toronto Raptors' 6th head coach this past summer, 3 years after his playing days are over. Quite impressive. With the unenviable task of guiding a collection of players who are struggling to find harmony, Sam Mitchell maintains. He rides around Toronto in this edition of NAM Session.
Watching NBXL NAM hanging out with the man, Toronto Raptors head coach, Mr. Sam Mitchell.
Go get on down the court. Stop hanging in the back.
What's up, dog?
Dog, it's cold out here. Can I use some of your hair to make me put me a little collar on my, put a little fur collar on my coat?
You want to go for a ride?
Yeah, I would like to get out of the coat. No, I want to stand out here so I turn to a popsicle.
Let's go for a ride then, shall we?
Now I can see your hair looks a little different in the warm.
Oh, come on, man.
I'm joking.
You have 4 daughters. What's their hair like?
Not like that. My wife would have a heart attack if it was.
You come from a big family.
Yeah, 8 boys, 4 girls, 12 of us.
12 of you. And at one point, there was between 12 to 14 people in a 1-bedroom apartment.
How did you know that?
I did my research.
Oh, okay. When you're growing up like that, we didn't realize what we didn't have. We only knew what we had. I didn't realize any different until I got older and went outside of my neighborhood. And that's when I realized that, you know, there's a different world out there.
I know your father passed away a few years ago. Would he ever have seen you as in this kind of role as the head coach of an NBA team?
Yeah, because he used to tell me all the time, I like to tell people what to do. Sometimes in coaching, you know, it's not telling people what to do, it's showing them by doing what you want, the end result is going to be that they're going to play good and it's going to give the team an opportunity to win.
Do you find that the fact that you were a player, does that help you as a head coach when it comes to getting through to the players?
It helps, but it can also be a hindrance if you're not smart, you know, and I never used when I played, I did this. You know, you don't need to go there with it.
The story goes that when KG first came to Minnesota, straight from high school, you were starting and he was your backup, and you actually went to Coach Saunders and said to him, you know, KG's the future, maybe let him start.
I went to Flip Saunders and said, KG's better than me. The thing about it, I think what made that decision easier for me was that he and I had become so close. And I did not want to be the person to hinder his development.
Would you say that the whole situation that happened at the beginning of the season with Vince Carter was kind of a distraction to the team?
It could, yeah, but you know, it's more of a distraction to the organization and to the fans. I still like Vince. In my short time with Vince, I have nothing but respect for him. Is it disheartening to hear him say, I didn't give my all? It is, because you owe the organization, you owe your teammates, and you owe yourself to go out and compete at the highest level.
Coach, we're at practice. We're at the ACC now. It's time for you to do your thing.
Always.
And next time you see me, my hair will be pressed.
No, like he's 80.
And I will have a suit on.
Like so long, and then we gotta move straight forward, cause we fight so strong.
while since we've seen Faith Evans, but now she's back hanging out with Twista off the lead single of the Coach Carter soundtrack. The song is called Hope.
Yeah.
Twista's actually the fastest rapper alive in the Guinness Book of World Records.
Hey, man, Chi-Town represent. Boom.
So now you know. You actually were rubbing elbows with the ballers at the premiere. What did you think of the movie?
I really enjoyed it. I enjoyed it more than I thought it was. Great performance by Rob Brown, whose girlfriend is played by Ashanti in the movie, so that's not bad. And I spoke to Mo Pete and Chris Bosh after the film, and Mo Pete said a lot of kids really need to see this movie. And then I saw his popcorn.
I knew that was coming. Hope, featuring Twister and Faith Evans on Soundbombing.
Our deepest fear is not that we are inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure.
Here's Lewis. Oh, what a feed. Here's Jameson for three. Antoine Jameson.
I wish the way I was living could stop serving rocks, knowing the cops is hot when I'm on the block, and I wish my brother would have made bail so I won't have to travel.
Rindauer passed on the three. Oh, what a pass to James.
Or that we would just come up on some stacks and hit a lick, and I wish my homies wouldn't have to suffer when the streets get the upper hand on us and we lose a brother, and I wish I could go deep in the zone.
Slice, driving, and flip the ball.
Wish I could teach your soul to fly. Take away the pain out your hands and help you hold it.
It's called an offensive foul. The basket will not count.
And on the day of this death, we had never took that ride. And I wish that God could protect us from the wrong, so that all the soldiers that were sent overseas come home. And we will never break, though they devastate. We shall motivate, and we gotta pray. All we gotta spay. Instead of thinking about who gon' die today, the Lord is gonna help you feel better, so you ain't gotta cry today. Sit at the light so long, and then we gotta move straight forward, cause we fight so strong. So when right go wrong, just say a little prayer, get your money, man, life goes on.
I'm hopeful, yes I am hopeful for today. Take this music and use it, let it take you away.
Inside, goes
Be
right back on that.
Oh,
and make a way. I know it ain't easy, but that's okay, 'cause we
show some love instead of hating so much when you see some other people coming up. I was anxious to want to sing. Listen instead of dissing lessons from a grown man. And now, wish the family was there.
Rose with the steal. On the road. Jalen Rose with extra.
See the vision of the world through the eyes of Stevie Wonder. You feel me? And I hope all the kids eat. And don't nobody in my family see 6 feet.
Oh, what a shot.
I hope the mother stands strong. You can make it whether you with them or your man's gone. And I wish I could give every celly some commissary and a popo bring the heat on the piece like they did I Kelly. And I wish the DOC could scream again.
He's unbelievable. Dwayne Wade will make you jump for joy, won't he?
That we only saw good news every time we look and see it.
Hey, what's up? It's Chris Webber, the Sacramento Kings, and we about to put you up with 10 Deep on NBA XL. By the way, if I ain't in it, it ain't certified.
Flight 15 lands an MSG.
Kidd gets inside. Alley-oop for Carter off the backboard.
That was a backboard pass by Kidd. You don't see that too often.
Let me see your 1-2 step.
Kobe attacks the basket. Hammers it home.
Kobe says, you think that was sweet. Wait till you see what I do to else. Oh, that's nice.
T-Mac's got your tsunami relief right here.
T-Mac to the rack with a backward dunk. Oh, baby.
No RJ, no problem for Jason Kidd.
Leads it for Kidd. Lob, Carter, reverse. Oh, Vince Carter climbed the invisible ladder.
You seen that Anderson Varejao poster?
Varejao to the basket for the dunk. My goodness gracious. Somebody stop him.
Get back. You don't know me like that.
A Shaq's teammate with the Lakers. Look out! Oh, my! Cleared for takeoff. Dwayne Wade flying through the sky with a smashing conclusion.
He got to the launching pad.
Antonio Daniels flying higher than the hop.
Delk penetrates, turns it over, look out. Antonio Daniels throws it down and is fouled hard by Tyronn Lue.
That's his signature dunk.
Josh Smith don't like guests in his house.
To Varejao, and it's rejected by Josh Smith. He took a dunk away and left Varejao flat on his back.
Maurice Evans watching Steve Nash highlights.
Behind the back pass, Sandala. Oh, if you don't like that, you don't like NBA basketball.
You can do anything when you're a superhero.
Goliath went out with 4 personal fouls.
Oh, he's unbelievable. Dwayne Wade will make you jump for joy, won't he? They are buzzing here in Miami and every corner of the world. When you watch Dwayne Wade, he is spectacular.
That's a wrap for another edition of NBA XL. We're getting really excited on the show because NBA All-Star Weekend is getting closer and closer.
Yes, yes.
Taking place February the 20th in Denver, Colorado.
You guys can still cast your votes at NBA.com. Coming up next week, we got Orlando Stevie franchise in the lab, and Nam takes you back to the barbershop to discuss hot topics.
We're going to be talking about the recent comments made by Vince Carter, plus we're heading down to New York to hang out at one of the biggest hip-hop magazines, Double XL.
Thank you for watching. We'll see you guys later. Peace.
Bye-bye.